Do one. How you guys doing? Hero of None here, and tonight we're going to be looking at the new sets coming in Murkmire that are currently on the PTS. Keep in mind, anything that's here is going to possibly change in the future once balancing and other people complaining about ultimate builds and all this other stuff happens. Okay, so what we're looking at here is PTS, meaning it's not on public. It's not in public service. It's not live. It still may have some changes here in the future, right? So first, we're going to take a look at the basic sets that you get as part of Murkmire, and then we're going to take a look at some of the new stuff that you're getting as part of the new Overland sets. So, oh, and then of course the arena stuff. But let's get over the easy stuff first, and then we're going to take a look afterward at some of the different sets, looks of it, and all that stuff. So first, Dead Waters Guile stuff. This is weapon damage, health, stamina, and when an enemy dies in 2 seconds of being damaged by you, gain 5 ultimate. Not a bad set, I wouldn't say. I think this is really good for anything that's like a mass killing type of situation. You're taking a lot of trash mods, you're going to get a lot of ultimate. Especially good for DKs, which has to generate a lot of ultimate. But I probably say for PvP, this might be a lot more. This could be even more deadly, maybe. Let's say you have a Magic and DK. You know, Magic and DK probably won't work the best with the sets here, but I'm kind of thinking something like having like a Dragon Leap going into something, killing a bunch of people with Vicious Death, having this generate a bunch of ultimate back. Maybe a Shooting Star where you can generate a lot of ultimate back. You kill a lot of people, you get this much more. You get more ultimate back for killing people, just stacking on top of each other. Possibly good, but again, you have to be able to kill the enemy to get the benefit. And it might be a Zerg Buster, but for solo stuff, not the greatest. Not going to be doing any help. Not going to help you at all for duels or such. It's definitely something you have to be working on pugs and a bunch of easy to kill targets to get the benefit out of. Interesting, I'll say, but not sure it's going to be great. Raise up the ultimate or raise up the time frame might be better. Anyways, that's my opinion. Champions of the Hiss Paladrones. Weapon damage, stamina, and gain minor heroism at all times when you're in combat. Generate 1 ultimate every 1.5 seconds. Now, there is another set out there that is a Magicka version of this set. And this is a heavy set here, so they're both heavy sets. So this is basically the antithesis or the stamina build version of this. Interesting, it has a way to gain ultimate repetitively. I think any type of stamina build might be able to make use out of it. Maybe add this in with Werewolf and get more ultimate generation out of it. But minor heroism, I believe, is something you already get through other activities. So let's go to our one-handed shield. That's fine. And we're going to Heroic Slash. You get minor heroism from just that. And it's an ability people typically use with sword and board. It's also something you can use inside of Carve. Gain minor heroism, increasing ultimate. So, is it a great set? I don't know. It doesn't really seem like it, to be honest. I mean, it is. You don't have to do anything. You can do it while you're in stealth. That's a good thing. But that's possibly abusable. Let's say you're just on a way to a keep or something like that. You swap into this set here. You gain your minor ultimate. You don't have to kill anything. And then once you're at the keep, you swap into your actual damage set. And you drop that set and you drop this effect. I don't really like the sound of that, but I'm going to guess it's kind of what people are going to use it for, to be honest. And this versus the Magicka set, why would you use one or the other? Well, just in case you get caught by surprise while you're on the way, I guess. So, that's my opinion on that. Bright Throat's Boast. So, Magicka, Magic Recovery, and while you have a drink buff active, you gain Magicka and Magic Recovery. A little bit like Bone Pirate, except it does not give you the health that Bone Pirate does. I don't know if this is going to be really that great, to be honest. There are sets that can be used with this. Witch Mother's Brew comes to mind, which does get health and Magicka Recovery, if I'm correct. But is it going to be something that's a game changer? I don't think so. I mean, if other areas that give you better Magicka and Magic Recovery, I mean, it does give you some flat stats to that. Can't say that's bad, but I don't know if it's going to be really that terrific. My opinion on that. All right, so we're going to take a look at some of the PvP stuff, and I do have it like scattered throughout here because I wanted to see what it looked like, and it was just the standard set, so I apologize on that. But let's take a look at some of these sets here. So, Battalion Defender. So, this is a heavy set, and oh, I should mention the other sets here as well, because it'd be remiss of me not to. Bright Throat here, of course, is light. The champion, like I mentioned, is heavy, and Deadwater is the medium set as part of the new stuff here. So, Battalion Defender, heavy set here. And this is max health, stamina, and healing done. And then when you successfully block, heal yourself or a nearby group member lowest health for 1930. This can occur every 1 second. Okay, interesting. I probably will have to test this out here. The thing that I'm thinking of, the reason this might be kind of broken, is that certain AoEs you can block. Doesn't seem like they should be able to block, but if this counts for like caltrops, right? You're basically standing caltrops and you're just gonna tick off heals as you're standing in there holding block every 1 second. Interesting, I'll say. Gonna be more interesting when like AoEs are up and you're blocking and getting that reduction on that stuff. Is it gonna be terrific on heals? Possibly not. But notice it's only a single target heal and anybody in the nearby group member with the lowest health. So everyone running this blocking at the same time, like perma block builds and just defending each other, might be interesting. I won't say it's going to be good or bad. We'll have to see what happens in PvP and if it can be abused, like I was talking about. Battlefield Acrobat, I believe this is a medium set. It is. So medium, it's stamina recovery, stamina, and reduce the cost of your abilities by 6%. Sort of like an alteration for medium. Is this going to be good or bad? Not sure. You already have Marksman, which does similar effects and gives you weapon damage. On top of that, this only does it 6%. I believe Marksman does it 4%. I think so. But it also does more damage with bow to enemy players. So again, it's something that does, you know, just helps you out a little bit more verbose, or just gets basically an extra effect that people will use probably. Next, Dama Noble Fury. I think this is heavy. No, this is actually light. Magic recovery, and when you break free, gain minor protection and minor heroism for 7 seconds, reducing your damage taken by 8% and generating 1 ultimate every 1 second. Well, we already saw the sets that give you one that minor heroism, so that's nothing new. Minor protection might be interesting, but there are other classes that give minor protection where you don't have to use this. In addition to that, this costs a bit break free, so you're gonna have to be hit with something that's a CC and then break free to get this. It's not just gonna give it to you when you get that on there, which means it's gonna cost stamina on a Magicka build. Not feeling it, Doss. If this was major heroism and major protection, maybe that would be good. Maybe that'd be too broken, but yeah, I'm not seeing this one being a game changer either. All right, so that's Indomitable, Jewelry, Lights, Trials. Yeah, sorry I had to start through this. If I left it in the box, we probably won't have to do that. But anyways, Soldier of Anguish, Jack, medium. Weapon damage, weapon critical, weapon damage. When you deal damage with a melee attack, you have a 25% chance to traumatize your enemy, making them cry and feel bad about their life. Which negates the next 5,308, that's 5,500 on gold standard, or gold improvement, sorry. Healing for the next 4 seconds. This effect can occur once every 4 seconds. So basically, if you can so deal damage with melee attacks. So if you just keep on light attacking somebody from ranged, you can possibly negate 5,000 healing that they would have gotten otherwise. But you combine this with Major Defile, and I'm sure people are going to be pissed off with you. Bow build will probably be the best one for this, because you can get the Major Defile off and this ability off using... Oh wait, no. This wouldn't be good for bow. This is only melee. Sword and Board, probably the best with this one, because again, then you can combine Major Defile with this as well. You can do Dark Flare, but Dark Flare is a Magicka type ability, takes up a lot of Magicka, and it's a large charge time. Yeah, I probably have to say that this combined with Major Defile from Reverting and Bash, probably the best combination you can have on this to keep it up. It is good damage overall, I would say, and a good way to keep people from getting themselves healing through various means. 5,000, it's basically like it's sort of Oblivion damage, because it doesn't let you... I mean, it goes right through any shields, it has no way to mitigate it. So it's just going straight through, but it's already damage that they've already taken, so I don't think it's going to be too overpowered, really. I do think it's going to be interesting to see this against a healer build, or just general, like, people stacking up way too much, or relying too much on stuff like Vigor and all that. Though I am interesting as well. It says the next 5,308 points of healing for 4 seconds. Does that count for only one single source? So if I give a light heal and then another light heal, does one get canceled but the other one works through it? Well, let's test that and see. Spell Strategist. This is light, I'm guessing. It is, okay. Mass Magicka, spell damage, and when you deal damage from light attacks, you mark a target for 5 seconds, granting you 4,000 or 483. This is 500 in gold. Against a marked target. This effect can occur every 4 seconds. So you have a 1 second downtime on this. But as long as you deal damage with light attack, which is a kind of a meta right now, you're going to be dealing more damage on top of this. So it's basically a what do you call it? City of Ash. Burning Spellweave. Yes, Burning Spellweave. That you can cast and keep up as long as you keep a light attack on. I think that might actually be pretty good. Combine it with the Sigic line, with Elemental Weapon. Maybe put on Elegant with it as well, and maybe put on Molokina. That may be kind of nasty too. All right, let's go over. We went over Anguish. We went over Spell Strategist. Steadfast Hero. This is a heavy set. Physical resistance, spell resistance, max health. When you cleanse a negative effect from yourself or an ally, gain major protection for 5 seconds, reducing the damage taken by 30 seconds. This effect can occur every 10 seconds. Really good for Templars and heal tanks, I think. Yeah, this is going to be probably pretty broken, and it's going to really suck for anything like a DK that you're going against here. This one I think is going to be real broken here. I'm hoping they nerf it a little bit, or at least give less downtime. It is 5 seconds and 5 seconds downtime on that, but still, that could be really broken on that. So, anyways, all these stuff in coffers here is everything that you can get inside of the new PvP rewards to the worthy. Everything we showed here is the new stuff you can get dropped in the zone. On top of that, you have the new Black Rose sets here with this as well. So Black Rose Shield, shield charge gives a 25% reduction on its cost and reduces the cost of the next non-charge ability to 100%. So basically you charge in and you do an ability. Not sure if it's going to be great, because it's going to be like typically sword and board abilities are cheap already. Might be good for Rory and Bash, but you're already using shield charge to give a CC. So the only thing you're using shield bash for then is to give a major defile, but you're going to keep that in rotation anyways. So not feeling it's going to be that great, but oh well. Black Rose Axe, all these are one-handers. I'm going to show off the look a little bit later here, but the two-blade or dual-wield side here. Blade Cloak now gains major protection for 3 seconds, reducing damage by 30%. This is going to be kind of major, especially with the change that they're making with Major Evasion, giving just reduction to AoE. So this is going to be actually kind of defensive set to be used by players and tanks. I think that could be good inside of PvE and PvP for tanks, especially DKs that may not have access to major protection can now use this to get that back. So we'll see how that goes. Two-handers. Uppercuts have a 50% chance to deal damage to 2 enemies and a primary target. Basically makes an uppercut an AoE ability. Kind of broken. Bows. Scattershot now applies bleed to take 40% of your initial deck for 2 seconds, for 4 seconds. Duration increases after the farther away for 12 seconds. So basically, you're going to go ahead and do Scattershot and run the fuck away. Okay. I see where they're going with that. Inferno Staff increases the cost. Sorry, my wife is kind of interrupting part of this here. Reduces the cost of Impulse by 10%. Impulse places a lingering elemental damage on your targets, dealing 3 flame shock and ice damage over 9 seconds. So yeah, 999 damage over 9 seconds. Gonna be a whole lot of damage coming in there. And then finally, Restoration Staff applies Steadfast Ward. When you Steadfast Ward, applies Major Fatality to your target for 3 seconds, increasing the healing taken by 30 seconds. Really broken for PvP, because really, Steadfast Ward is a broken ability to begin with. It's highly used because of the shield, and it gets heals back too. I think this, combined with the Major Fatality, is going to be huge. Now, the last thing to mention on this, they do come in perfected modes. So the bow gives extra critical, the destruction staff gives extra spell penetration, dual wield gives stamina recovery, the one-hander gives physical and spell resistance, the restoration staff gives magical recovery, and the two-hander gives penetration, because you're going to be penetrating a whole lot of people with this stuff. So that's the new sets that is coming in Murkmire, from Black Rose, from new PvP sets, and Murkmire's overworld sets. Hope you guys enjoyed.